You know, when I first got here to this LFG or whatever's going on in this place, I reached out my hand to Bubba to shake his hand. I felt completely disrespected. So, Bubba, here's the reality. I'm not going to sit here like one of these little soy boys with my tail tucked between my legs. Oh, Bubba, so nice to meet you. You're such a legend. Nah, bro, I ain't about that.
That was really good.
Yeah, sir.
Or
No,
if you have like a legit, I'm talking, you're not.
Okay.
As if you had like some kind of legit issue with me.
Well, yeah, the second one is just real. I just ripped it on
What issue
fly.
do you have with me?
I just think you're a bully. Just how you treated me, with complete disrespect.
I was never a bully to you. I didn't shake your hand because I don't want to become too familiar with you or anybody else until you win the competition.
Yeah.
And you earned the right.
Yeah.
Why are you smiling now? Your nervous tics are giving you away so much.
It's not a nervous
See, not
tick.
only am I a successful professional wrestler, I'm a professional psychologist and poker player.
Yeah.
And all your tics are completely showing.
Look at you, Bubba, on your high horse. You're almost
This
like
is not a
Holdridge's.
high horse. I'm in 2 Hall of Fames and I have more championships and you have shower time.
Cool, I'm glad that defines
So
you, Bubba.
I'm glad that
defines
what you think is going to work for you, you're doing. So maybe you want to think about the attitude moving forward during this show.
All right, I'll chew on it.
Hold on, bud.
Wait, come back.
Get back in here. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?
I'm just having fun.
You're having fun. You're risking everything that you potentially have to be a smartass. That sounds like a good idea. I have wrestling boots older than most of these kids.
Undertaker steps in and he's like, he's like, do you really think this is a good idea?
Well, that's one way to try to get yourself over, I suppose. It was BJ douchebag, some kind of Chad bro that walks in. He's got a wrestling background, but he does not know much about the WWE product, about professional wrestling. And I don't care if you got a look, if you got size, if you got charisma, personality, athleticism, raw talent as a amateur wrestler. Professional wrestling, you have to have a love and a passion and a respect for it. And in that clip right there was zero respect given. And again, that's one way to get yourself over. People are going to talk about you on this show. Maybe it's all a work anyway, but every reality show needs a heel. But that's not the way to get shit done. Going up against The Undertaker, going up against Bully Ray like that, with that attitude. Oh, I'm glad that defines you, Bully. You're talking to, what are you, a 20-something Chad bro? What defines you? What are you even there to be, to do? What are you aspiring to? Is this a stepping stool on your way to greater things? You don't respect the business. Then he's laughing about The Undertaker. And boy, when The Undertaker starts to fidget when you're talking shit, that's not good. That is not good for you. They were in a professional setting, and Undertaker's an old man, so I don't know that he was going to try to step anyway. But he was fidgeting. He was pissed. This punk-ass kid got under his skin. Of course, I am putting the cart before the horse, as I watched the first episode of LFG, Legends and Future Greats, and that was a clip from that, one of the bigger highlights. And if you have not seen this show, I was coming into this. It's different than I expected it to be. When I went into this, I was kind of expecting this to be Tough Enough 2.0 or 3.0, I guess, because they already rebooted Tough Enough. And there's elements of Tough Enough to this. It's not unlike Tough Enough, but it's more akin to the original NXT, and there's also a little bit of the Ultimate Fighter in there as well. the original UFC show that used to be on after Raw. It still runs to this day, I believe. I think somebody from the Alpha Academy or Alpha whatever the fuck American Alpha got. He's going to be on The Ultimate Fighter or some shit like that. He's on Daniel Cormier's team. I don't know. I heard something. I'm not a big UFC guy. But that's kind of what this show is. If you remember the original NXT, it was rookies being paired up with WWE talent. It wasn't this, glorified indie show that it is now with developmental talent and, developmental / indie talent hybrid type thing. It's much more of that original NXT where these legends are basically being paired up with the talent. They're going to be coaching talent. I don't know if they're going to be coaching multiple talents. Right now, so far, what we got was a little bit of a competition to see who got to pick their coach. And they kind of like the legends, which were The Undertaker, Bubba Ray or Bully Ray, Mickey James, and Booker T. And they're evaluating the talent's in-ring work and evaluating the talent's promo abilities. Then the legends picked the guys that they wanted to narrow it down to. Like a girl versus girl, a guy versus guy. They were going to have a match in front of the legends and just kind of showcase. And then whoever did the best in that match would get to pick which legend they wanted to personally be their coach. And the people that they picked, I have the list here. I'm sorry, I haven't memorized them yet. Shiloh Hill, he seems like he would fit in the Wyatt family, mixed with, I don't know, he's got a little bit of charisma too. He's a fun personality. He's missing a front tooth gimmick there. He stood out to me right off the bat, so it's interesting that they picked him. Though the show probably if he was going to be at the end of the show featured, he's probably, they probably edited the show for him to stand out more. But this guy's got a future for sure. And then he had a match with Anthony Luke, who also looked great. Anthony Luke, I believe, ended up winning that little demonstration exhibition of a match that they put together, and ended up picking Booker T to be his coach. A fine choice. Then the women's match, they had a Tyra May Steele taking on Danny Kelly Kapowski. And this was actually this was better than the men's match. I don't want to say a hell of a match, but sorry, I elbowed my whatever. It doesn't matter. For their level and where they're at, like they wrestled just fine. Like it was a decent little exhibition and showed that there's some absolute talent there. So much like Tough Enough and NXT and everything that's come before it, Tough Enough even, The Ultimate Fighter, multiple people will end up finding their way to the WWE. Only one can win this show, or one male, one female. I don't know how they're doing it. They didn't particularly explain the rules other than these guys are going to be coached along the way by these legends. And then you saw the Chad Bro douchebag. He kind of got himself over by being a Chad Bro douchebag. But again, like I said, I don't think disrespecting the business, like, man, I do not want to see that. And that was that Daniel Pewter fucker back on Tough Enough too. And I don't know why WWE always puts themselves in this position where they recruit talent that doesn't give a fuck or thinks your wrestling is a joke. For you to look at Bully and go, well, I guess if that's how you define yourself, when Bully's like, look, man, I've had more matches than you've had fucking shower time. Like, it's so disrespectful. And to mock The Undertaker, I hope this dude loses, and I hope he never finds his way into the business because he doesn't respect it. And there's no Chris Benoit's around anymore to beat the living fuck out of him and make him stand out in the hallway or something like that. But this is actually a very cool little show. For me, it depends. What's your nerdy level? For me, I love the behind the scenes stuff. And furthermore, I love psychology. And you're going to get a big old helping dose of psychology here. You know, there's just very little things about like how you move and the way you do things and how you carry yourself and the little things to do in between things. Like they're really adding those details right off the bat. And those are the things that make all the difference. And those are the things that you're only ever going to get from working with legends that have had hundreds, if not thousands of matches on the big stage. They're going to be able to teach you all those little things. So there's definitely some standouts, and this is a fun show. It's not Tough Enough. It's Tough Enough-esque, but I think, you know, it's a different spin on it. It's incorporating that NXT. It's incorporating the Ultimate Fighter. It is its own unique thing where these talents are being evaluated. They're showcasing their evolution, and the legends are acting as coaches to train them, then evaluate. Are they taking what they're being taught and applying it, or are they not? And there's probably going to be some tough love along the way. And this is just, it's a fun little show, and I'm going to continue to watch it. It is on A&E, and the first episode is free. I don't know if all the episodes will be free up on their website to watch, but I have linked it down below in the description if you want to watch the full episode. I highly recommend it. It's a good show, and if you liked Tough Enough, or you liked the original NXT, or you liked the Ultimate Fighter for UFC, you're going to like this show, flat out. And it's fun to see the legends like The Undertaker. You know, we've never seen Undertaker in this situation before, so very interesting, very cool stuff. But I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts. If you have seen it, let me know down in those comments below. Peace, love, and pizza. I am your boy, Seth Grimes, and we'll catch you in the next video. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Seth Grimes, and I want to thank you guys for checking out that video. If you want to watch more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Like the video while you're there if you liked what you watch. And leave a comment if you have any of your own thoughts. I'd love to hear from you.